Sega! Sega! What the hell is Sega?
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, and I'm back yet again. This time I'm reviewing the just released Sega Genesis Classic Collection for the PlayStation 4. It's a compilation disc with 50 plus of the old classic Sega Genesis games. So, is this actually worth picking up? Or should you just leave this in the bargain bin at the Walmart? Well, stay tuned to my epic review to find out. Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back as usual. Now, I have to actually say a couple things about this game, the Sega Genesis Classics Collection. It consists of 50 different Sega Genesis games. I'm going to read them off to you. I don't know if this is the full list or not. It's got Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle, Alien Soldiers, Alien Storm, Altered Beast, Beyond Oasis, Biohazard Battle, Bonanza Brothers, Columns 1 and 3, I don't know what happened to 2, Revenge of Columns, ooh yeah, I don't know, Comic Zone, Crackdown, Cap Attack, and other games including their Phantasy Star games, Golden Axes, and even a couple of the Sonic the Hedgehog's games. Well, you know, you think when you get a compilation disc like this, since you know it's just emulations of the original games, if it has any sort of special features to it. And I'm happy to say this actually does. Now, the game will cost you $30 for it. It's like $29.95 for this game. And, you know, at first you're like, that's a bit expensive. And then you realize a lot of the stuff about it is, you know, considering the Sega Genesis games, you're probably better off if you actually have your Sega Genesis, dusting them off and playing them. But if you wanted to play them and there's some games on here you've never had a chance to play before, this is a decent way to pick it up to try it. Or is it? Now, when you first boot up your game compilation disc, you'll be met with this nice little room as you see here. Now, in this room, you can do anything like browse your collection of games, check for your matchmaking availability, go and see what sort of trophies you've unlocked. You can even go over and mess around a little bit with the sound options. It does have some different options you can do also for gameplay as well, including changing the way the pixel size are. You can like stretch it to fit your screen, have it on the standard issue thing with the side borders, try to turn it to like the CRT classic mode with the pixel perfect as they call it, and that's some pretty good features. The sound features are kind of bare bones. Now, one of the main things I've noticed about this game that is a huge disappointment is the fact that it does have a matchmaking service for you to actually play the games online, but it takes forever before you find somebody that it links you to. Alright, this is going to be really cool. Finally, I can play Golden Axe with somebody online. Okay. So I guess I should bake a cake while I'm waiting for it to find someone in matchmaking? It's okay. I'll just sit here and wait until it finds somebody in matchmaking. How long could it possibly take? One eternity later. And in the end, it seems to be whoever happens to be the host of what game that you get to play. So if you decide, I want to play two-player Golden Axe, well, and you go to try to find a matchmake with some guy in Cleveland, well, he decides he doesn't want to play Golden Axe. So at any time, if he backs out, it throws you out of matchmaking, and you have to go back through the matchmaking again, which is a nightmare. I've played some games with way worse, so I mean, it works, but it's kind of flawed. And one of the key things I've noticed when you finally actually do get into a online mode with somebody else, it does have voice chat, which is kind of nice, but it seems to have this really odd stuttering problem. Like, for whatever reason, the net code or whatever they use for the online just isn't up to snuff. All right, that's right. Go get him, buddy. How can you play the game with so much lag like this? What? Why you put this up? I mean, I've had so many instances of just the game like freezing, teleportation and stuff like that. And in the end, it's kind of a deal breaker when you're trying to play an online game. And there seems to be a button lag as well. So when you're actually playing like Streets of Rage or Virtua Fighter 2 or whatever you're playing, there's this delay and also a massive lag constantly throughout, which is very disappointing. Now, one of the biggest features with this, since this is a Sega Genesis collection, is the fact that at any time you can press your button pad and actually go and save. It has save states for each of the games, which is great, because some of these games, they expect you to play through in one sitting, which just ain't going to happen. So at any time you can press your button, back out into the pause mode, and save your game, which is a very welcome addition, which I really, really enjoy. Another feature which is really kind of odd was the ability at any time to hit your trigger buttons and fast forward the game or rewind it. Yeah. That's so like if you screw up on a boss battle and you don't want to die, you can just rewind, or if you fall to your death, you can rewind. But the fast forward's kind of odd. I guess that's like if you're playing some of the role-playing games and there's a lot of text, you can fast forward through the text. They make it quicker, or if you want an ultimate speed run, I guess. Now, hands down, I would have to say this does have a good collection of quality Sega Genesis games on it. And honestly, for $30, it's really not that bad of a price. But I would say wait, don't go out and buy this. If you are a huge fan of Sega Genesis, wait until there's a sale on this game, because there will be, mainly due to the fact that maybe it's just until they get a patch out for it or something. But there seems to be some problem with the matchmaking, which honestly, hands down, would be one of the biggest draws with this, is to be able to play online with somebody else, which seems to be kind of botched. The game in single player seems to run great whenever you play any of the games. I've had a couple problems with some of the audio glitching out, but in the end, nothing that actually deters from being able to play these classic Sega Genesis games. If you're a huge fan of Sega Genesis like I was growing up, please pick this up, but wait until it goes on sale, because currently I do not think it's not worth the $30 price tag, even though it's got a good collection of games in here, nice ability to add trophy support, mainly because of the way the matchmaking is, and some other features that seem like bare bones, like there's some missing games or something. But in the end, I say pick it up, but only after it goes on sale. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to say thank you for everyone who subscribes to my channel. I want to say thank you for everyone who watches this video. Please remember, my contest to give away the Nintendo Switch Labo and the other items is still going on until June 20th is the final day. So if you have not joined yet, by going to that video and actually leaving a comment to enter, do so now while you got the chance. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.